436-1212. That is the number to call if you have a legal question. Free legal advice this morning, as always on Wednesdays with Charley O'Hara. Charley, thanks so much for being here this morning. I wanted to ask you really quickly, we've got a lot of weather damage going on right now, a lot of flooding recently, people's roofs probably being affected by this. It's also a time when a lot of scams happen, a lot of contractors come out. What legal ramifications are there, and what legal processes should people follow if they feel they've been a victim of a scam?
Well, number one, they ought to try not to get scammed to begin with.
That's the first step, yes.
And usually what you want to do is make sure whoever you're dealing with is pretty reliable. I mean, somebody that's been in business a number of years, that's a big deal. Because if you've been in business and working that long, that at least means you're here, you know how to get a hold of them. If something goes wrong, you can call them back. You still may have problems, but at least you know where they are and you go get a lawyer and you can deal with them.
Right.
If you've got somebody just starting out, or your brother-in-law or some relative recommends that you've never heard of, I'd be a little careful on some of these things. And you kind of have to watch over them. Don't ever pay them the whole thing to begin with. Do it in payments as it goes along. Some of them want a little bit down to start. Don't ever give them everything down. Some of them won't even want paid until it's all over. So you've really got to use common sense. And then if you get ripped off, which it happens to anyone, and people always come up with a scam to rip you off.
Right.
If there's somebody around here, you can go to court and sue them and probably get your money. If it's just some fly-by-night thing that you can't, it gets really difficult.
And at some point, what is it worth to you to pay the legal fees to sue somebody versus what you're trying to recoup? That's
right, and people have to use that. I mean, that's a real, most attorneys go through that, and they always kind of go, well, is it really worth your money to do this? I mean, you're going to pay me more than you're going to get back, and it's kind of a stupid thing to do.
All right.
So be careful is the main thing.
Yes, definitely be careful. Check them out with the BBB and check them out, make sure they're licensed and insured and everything like that.
Yes.
We do have one call on the line right now, so go ahead, caller, right now with your question for Charley. Caller, if you're there, go ahead with your question.
Yes, I was wondering if there's suing on the title name of your pickup and something happens to the person, I mean, if he has a wreck or something with his pickup, can they come back on YouTube for any liability or anything? Both names are on the title.
Your name's on the title, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yes, well, anytime your name's on the title of anything, any motor vehicle, you better have insurance on it, and it better be insurance to cover you, because any other person driving it could have an accident, and they may come back on you. So I would always have insurance. Usually, it may or may not happen, but I'd always have insurance, because you're going to be included in a lawsuit. If somebody gets hurt real bad, you're going to be part of that lawsuit, and you're going to have to defend it. You need insurance.
Liability is also required to have insurance if if your name is on the title of a motor vehicle.
And I think I'd have more than liability if I was driving it around, especially if other people were driving it. I'd want comprehensive to cover damages to the other vehicle.
All right, thanks so much, Charley, for being on. Appreciate you. We're back after this.